Especially now.
Stick me in the beverage, this next year.
It's fresh consequence. You're covering it the whole time. Oh, okay.
Yep, it's 6 o'clock. I'd like to call to order public hearing and meeting, Monroe. Okay, great, thank you, man. Let's call it a public hearing meeting for the City of Monroe Lake Board of Zoning Appeals now being held on November 7th at 6 p.m. Stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll for certain case. Here. Sweet here. Mr. Moore. Here. Okay, couple more minutes. Motion to approve. Second. Aye. Mr. Moore. Aye. For the public portion of the hearing, there's really no new business. They're under old business. We are to hear from MS. I indicated that. Yes, you're limited to. What? This is relevant to.
Yeah, I was gonna speak after, but I can do before too.
Yeah, I would have to be doing the public portion.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Name and address. please.
Susan Weddingen, 7359 Salida. Assuming what's coming forth is plans for the Dollar General, the old church property, and it's gonna go through. I just had a couple of things I wanted to sort of request or ask, share. One is that property is located next to some sort of facility for the disabled, where there's a lot of folks sitting outside a lot of the time. And I was gonna ask the developer or MSP, I guess, if they would take consideration to do some things to be helpful to those folks to protect their safety and welfare, with the increased traffic, maybe increased foot traffic. They really don't have anything out in front of their place that's a safety zone for them. You know, they're sort of on the sidewalk. So I just thought it might be, I know a lot of people don't want Dollar General here. We weren't able to get the marketplace type store. So this is a good thing for the community, a nice thing for the community to consider making some updates over on that piece of property next door to be helpful to them, because they have a lot of resources. They're in a vulnerable position for weather elements and what have you, and people, like I said, increase foot traffic. I know there's been some drug activity there, I believe, at that particular complex. So just trying to point that out in advance and have people get some thought to being good neighbors and trying to be helpful, not adding to the problem. And the only other thing I had, I wasn't sure what the status was with the back portion of the lot, or if that's just irrelevant today.
That would be, yeah, nothing's being
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you. Okay. And for the private, so. Any, folks from there? Sure. Thank you. Email of the council reached out on the steps. So we mentioned the last council meeting about a restaurant in the beach park. And at this time, there are no plans for the restaurant in that beach park. I see this from a reliable source, an employee of the city manager. Economic development. Also, Mr. Bartone has accepted another position in leading the city. Done an outstanding job over the last 6 years as far as improving our operations and services. We have started the search for the replacement. The last day will be Friday, November 18th. Council?
Yeah. Looks like tonight after this meeting, we're gonna be reappointing several individuals to different committees. Parks and Rec, Civil Service, et cetera. Plus, we will be in the resolution for reappointment of Mr. Lyon, CP Consultants. But also, there's a council is working on a moratorium on archive, and there's going to be a public hearing tonight on the PUD. Third reading, correct. But with the PUD, we did add the some recommendations that you did, yes.
All right. Which is on the CMSP Properties of Ohio. Are in receipt of plans. Educate us.
Hello, my name is Kathy Weber. I am land use counsel for MSP Properties of Ohio. I also have Rachel Patton, who is a principal with MSP Properties. So we have been here before, but we're coming back seeking a preliminary development plan approval for the construction of a new retail store, which we would like to construct a Dollar General store on this property at 5768 Andrews Road. So I know in your package, you were provided with the site plan and rendering, but I also have larger copies for you to take a look at. So first off, I will pass around rendering, so there should be enough for everyone here. So this has been a long process in the making, but what we wanted to first let you know is that we have been working with your administration and council in order to make sure that we're able to bring the best development to the city of Mentor Lake. So what you have in front of you is a revised rendering that would show the detail of what we have together that would be the end product of the Dollar General store. So today we're just looking at the front portion of that property, which is going to be where the Dollar General store would be. And here is a larger version or site plan, so you can see the take up on the store as well as the curb cut on the entrance. So in connection with this development as well, we have worked to put together a development agreement with the city in order to provide, basically a little bit more control over what our plans are to build here. So as you know, this property is zoned Business 1, which permits retail operations, which is exactly what a Dollar General is. And in order to listen to some concerns that have been brought forth from the community, we have done a lot of pushback and work with Dollar General. So you know, a little background, MSP Properties is a preferred developer for Dollar General. So what they do is they work in secure sites and developments, and they then purchase the property, develop the property in accordance with specs from Dollar General, and then enter into a long-term lease with Dollar General in order to rent that property and operate the store. Mitchell Kaplan here is principal for MSP Development. He can tell you it's important for him because these are the properties that he owns, that he has a certain level of control over those properties. He wants to make sure that the buildings that he's putting forth, one day maybe it won't be a Dollar General. He wants to make sure it's a retail store that is going to work for a second user if that comes in. He doesn't come in and develop properties and then flip them. These are long-term investments for him, so it's important that he has the best building that he can build on his properties as he's going to be hanging on to them. Additionally, as a landlord, he has a little bit more oversight when it comes to his tenants' operations to make sure that things in terms of maintenance and operations are in accordance with what city regulations are. So we know that there has been a moratorium that had been passed in order to try to slow down the development of, I think what's kind of commonly referred to as small box retailers. I'll let you know, we did get a commitment from Dollar General Corporate that this location is going to have over 15% of their sales space will be frozen and fresh frozen foods that will include both coolers as well as this frozen space, produce and fresh food. That takes us out of what the moratorium was seeking to. So I know that in talking with the city, we wanted to make sure that we were able to put forth a building that was going to add to this area of Andrews Road and heighten it. So if you look at, in looking at the rendering, we have increased the quality of the building materials that are there. It's going to be a combination of LP smart siding as well as Dutch quality stone, which will be the stone features that you see in the pillars. And then that white area will be a high quality siding that has low maintenance and will be able to continue to look well for years. In addition, in terms of the signage that's on the actual building, we've taken away the yellow and upgraded that to have the black lettering behind the white signage. The rendering in front of you shows a monument sign that has the typical Dollar General yellow. However, we pushed back again to Dollar General Corporate, and they have agreed to allow us to do the monument sign in the modern black and white that would match the signage that's on the facade of the building. There's a way to elevate the building and the look of it. One other thing I want to note is currently the site plan that's in front of you is completely code compliant with the Mentor on the Lake zoning code, which includes 57 parking spaces to make sure that we would not need to seek any type of variances. However, I'll let you know, just based on the business operation of Dollar General, that's a lot of parking spaces for a Dollar General that we would not need. However, we want to make sure that we comply with the code. However, if the commission is flexible on this in terms of something that we could also work into that development agreement, we would be willing to make some of those parking spaces and increase the landscaping in order to make sure it's has a nice streetscape in order to elevate the property property as a whole.
How many would you be looking to do?
How many parking spaces do you think that,
Well, we could go down to a minimum of 35 to 40. Actually, you're looking at about 17. And they would be along the side of
Side.
the north side. Yeah. What we would do would make that grass. So we have 20-foot buffer. Her recommendation, handicap sidewalk. What I could do is run the sidewalk. First, you have the city sidewalk, but I can run it along that north side. Get out of the entrance area. And make a hash mark cross where the sidewalk to the building is that way. There's no cars that get through that section. So that can stop that for a safety concern.
Just thinking outside of the box here. Well, on your initial presentation, you had indicated that the Dollar General Market is what it picked up.
so it's a combination of both. What makes, Dollar General's business model work and that they're really trying to be a neighborhood general store, convenience store, if you will. So they get a lot of foot traffic, which is the goal is to put them by residential areas. So, you know, I don't know, you can run around the corner. It's the whole business model. So they do get a lot of foot traffic as well as car traffic. But that provides the ability to find what they're doing. And 2 hours.
I would also like to mention, so since you're on a lake, ice or propane, usually they're on the exterior of the building at the front, kind of looks a little messy. So those things rust out or whatever. So what I'm doing is building a closed area on the side of the building, same material as the building.
That which referred to as proposed fence and screening gate. Oh, that's the dumpster.
Yeah, that would be a dumpster.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, but it would be out of the material, probably out of
Yeah.
the stuff.
Well, I thought was in response to Susan's point about adjacent property, certainly made some adjustments here that I think are favorable to the city's initial indications anyway. There might be a liability factor involved with loitering. Yeah. It's beyond this committee, but there may be reasons why that is somewhat problematic. However, I think you're talking about maybe some benches or just some additional hardscape, maybe in combination with the city.
Yeah, even on
Within the
their
right of
property.
way, within the right of way. Thereby maybe avoiding the liability issue of people loitering on private property. Yeah, so maybe there's a win-win here, because, you know, if you have a lot of foot traffic, I see some other people walking quite extensively on 615. That's where I just stop and take a break.
The other thing I'd like to mention is one of the concerns, or what happens if so the reason the building is designed along the way is horizontal, is that I can section it into a smaller
Yeah.
strip.
Okay.
What's fine.
My concern, I didn't know the parking spots. If we leave, what's the next door coming in?
We can always add them.
Or from a design standpoint, and we're kind of getting beyond, but it was brought up that it may not always be $1, right? Okay. Typically, you're loading service in the rear. But depending upon the use of the rear, that may be included. So keeping that north, you know, you may want to design headers into that building, so there's, you know,
Or have a 30-foot, 20-foot buffer.
north can be taking deliveries.
Yeah.
Versus the rear. Right?
No, this is. And it will be landscape at this property. So it'll be self-maintained landscape.
And that would
trees
be,
and brushes.
so that would be under the current. That is enforced. It's changed.
Yeah.
Or changes it. Yeah, so that's all public record, right? There's no contract.
Oh, no.
Oh, my. Getting rid of the products.
Again, that was just kind of an option that I wanted to highlight the fact that where you said it doesn't require any variances. You know, want to have to see the variance,
Fair enough.
but to provide a little bit of flexibility, if that's something. So you want to do a little bit more landscaping and landscaping.
If you're maybe raising this point to see if we would be accepted to vary that based on our discussions here.
Absolutely.
It's just on the north side, that there'll be more landscaping enough that put some brushes or something.
You were to draw a line at the end of the north parking, like you just said, from 25 to 39, where that dash line is. So imagine just all that with grass and trees.
That's,
Yeah, the north side, that's really.
nice.
And that'll kind of give a little buffer to that. It's all handicapped.
Yes. Mitchell, as the church stands today, using the exit and entrance from the church to the mat, or just taking everything down?
We would be demolishing everything. We have to submit to ODOT to evaluate, but it is a governor's driveway now, so it would continue to look like that. So it might not be exact, I can't say it's the exact location, but I believe there's actually 3 entrances now.
And then just to repeat things, the north entrance will be more for delivery.
So the truck would come in.
They have a blow up of the truck cap as well, if you'd like to see how.
And the way we designed the truck. Yeah, so see how. it comes over. That's how Georgia, you know, trucks will be parking on.
So you'll have some kind of stuff.
Yeah, so they'll have their loaded dock here with this.
So if there's no objection. Willing to consider possibility requests. Consistent with what we've been talking about. Green space. Landscape, this board is visited and try to increase for the business. No other objections? Okay.
And what we can do is we can work that term into the development agreement. That we are working with the city, in order to basically land bank them. So in the future, this use changes and those for their operation, those parking spaces are necessary to take the landscape back.
We are working with good minds and take finalize the development when we feel like happen.
Well, I get it. Dollar General has been in the news a lot. Any concern about some of the practices that they report?
There is concern, especially for Mitchell, because at the end of the day, it's his reputation that's on the line. He's the one who's the face that's coming in and telling cities, I want to put in a great store in your community that I think that your residents are going to benefit from. And as a landlord, he takes that pretty seriously as well, as I kind of highlighted earlier. He wants to make sure that his tenants are keeping up the property, his tenants are staying in compliance with city laws and regulations and state of Ohio business practices. So there's only so much control that MSP has in terms of the business practices and Dollar General as a whole. However, he takes his role very seriously in enforcing to the extent that he can to make sure that his tenants are acting properly. And, in the end of the day, if Dollar General no longer operate here for whatever reason, he's put it toward the building, that will be able to be tenanted and by another utility. Still a lot of concerns that we hear is, well, what happens, are we just going to have then empty Dollar Generals everywhere? And that's not the case, especially, it's from this developer, who, prideful on the properties that he purchases and that he develops, and he wants to make sure that they have a useful life. At the end of the day, if he doesn't have a tenant that's profitable and operating, he's, that's not good for him as well. So he has an obligation to try to make sure that his tenants are kept.
The only thing is, you're the developer and you're trying to, but we're not dealing with Dollar General itself. That's the only bad. We're not dealing with residents. We're relying on you to.
Absolutely. Well, I'd say, when it comes to their actual business operations, the city definitely has the ability to regulate and deal with Dollar General once they're operating the store. So how the city would like to enforce their business regulations on the operation. Make sure that they're doing business, is operating in the community. That those regulations are.
This is a steel metal roof. For the exterior, everything we want, including the table. Interior, it's any store really in America, depends on the manager from in town. You'll have perfectly. That's really good.
If there are practices of that, come back to you. We would go to a Dollar General.
Well, you could go to me because I could go to that.
The development agreement is with MSP.
Yes, and the
Yeah.
development agreement is specifically regarding the design of the building, as well as making sure that there's a commitment from Dollar General that this is going to have over 15% of floor space, sales space, if you will, shelf space devoted to fresh frozen foods. But, again, as I wanted to make sure that I emphasize, MSP isn't just going to go away once Dollar General comes in. Of course, when it comes to business operations, Dollar General as a company, we need to be informed and be concerned with any type of business operations. But which will be there to answer the phone as well. And any type of ability. It requires them to follow all the
Fire
laws.
marshal has part. There's stuff. He could go there. Yeah.
So I'll let you know that we are finalizing the development agreement and speaking with your law director today, I'm going to make sure that we left it open in the event that there's any details of this solution we want to address. Or any other provisions that have said. Seeking approval subject to the.
I'll not, you want to hear a motion? Yes, there's a question. Regarding the discussions, over airing the work- parking spaces proposed under 2539, replace with streetscape and/or accordance with city's streetscape ordinances for business one. Do I hear a motion indicating this board it's would approve considering such a. Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Aye. Mr. Moore? Mr. Bush? No, it's an LP. Is it a vinyl siding or is it a cement composite?
It's similar to James Hardy. It's actually has a longer point.
Hard or is it vinyl?
It's very hard, yeah, but it's not
So it's a-
vinyl, it's not a flame.
It's a composite.
Yeah,
It's a,
yeah, okay.
which is a better,
If you were to cut it open, it's not plywood, but it looks like that kind of.
it's a better panel.
Yeah.
My concern with the vinyl is
Flimsy.
the Taco Bells, the new, or, you know, the sun hits it and because the color is hot and it goes.
And the concrete is extremely hard to replace.
It's a better material.
We send you.
Yeah, we would check with Castle that has links to more information. Right, so that was approval of our central power development plan. With the caveat that we replace the north side parking spaces with landscape green spaces there.
Well, we're gonna make a motion on the development plan. See, there was no request on the agenda. It's under old business. It's my understanding that you'd be back with the development plan.
Yeah, absolutely. So whatever you like, yeah, because we weren't sure if you would have any other critiques on our design, if you wanted to see anything like that, but we'd be happy to come back with our kind of development agreement. So is that?
Yes, this, I don't see anything, tonight but discuss on our end. For our consideration.
Be in touch with our additional claims and we will contact the merchant. Okay, all right, wonderful.
Thank you. And,
Yeah, I think that we can get some samples of materials. And then in terms of final development plan approval, are you looking for a formal landscape plan or what else additional can you use? So just a conceptual, so what we have before you today, we provide a little bit more, update the
A little
rendering.
more detail, what we're looking for is, the foundation. Business one, number of trees, you have to do a square footage computation.
I can get a site. Plan. It shows what-
Final plan, I know how that goes.
Finals we can get for you. Yes, absent bill. you know,
So we're gonna be
the-
counting-
The tweaks that
Counting
we're actually doing.
trees and square footage. of trees.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hey, new business. Okay, so. December 5th. Six. Okay, so. No other items. Or.
Yeah.
Everyone say aye.
By actually.
So my question.
It's just the right time.
I told my husband, I said, I was watching.
They have the long
So when this guy comes out.
Okay, I guess that's right. Trying.
Can't make a statement. With the one reason.
There is a city in Tibet.
No.
To be perfectly honest.
I'm not.
They don't see what's starting.
Don't allow. Well, the updated. Which will part public hearing.
Yeah. Safe travels. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you as well. I will say hi. Please tell Tim I sent him out.
They wanted a heads up where they spent money.
Oh, I should have. And I didn't know that you can.
Did you bring the alcohol? That'll work. Message him today. This whole Monday for your guest control.
I can read my reports, I can give it to you, but it's my chick is correct.
I had to do the same thing.
Oh, I can.
That's fine, because I will,
I don't expect, sorry to hear about the fire.
Yeah, it's okay.
The kids holding on.
I
The
will,
grammar probably.
It's rough.
that's, I don't do my minutes until the evening. It's the only time I have more than,
Keep us
you know,
informed.
I have more time to work on them.
Get this done going for iTunes and
Yeah.
and put it together. That's what else.
Joyce, I'm for Burke. This is Bree.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like the ones at the
Interrupt for one moment.
Yeah.
This is Bob. Here's our Ward Street Council person. This is Marie, who is on the agenda tonight. I have her.
You know, I don't know, he cleans up nice. I've never seen him so dressed up.
Okay, I'm not voting for it now that she said she cleans up nice. I
But
can't.
she knows that there's a woman behind
No, I always, that is not everybody.
I just
Usually can say, hey, I'm not gonna do it.
Sometimes he does, yes. She said he cleans up nice. Clearly, it's like vision testing.
Doesn't matter what you're listening to.
She's almost 5 years old.
This thing I know you're coming.
Nap time now. Grab a handful, you might need
And then I got a phone call that said.
What kind of help can an older woman get who is taking care of her elderly father and dad? She can't even go out and get her shot.
That's why they eliminated.
And I think, I don't know.
Well, I know, that's what yeah. I would start with the townhouses.
And so if you're of age,
The part-time individual, and if there's anything they and what's going on if the doctor could write something for like an aide or a nurse for a home, then they could come in and give her.
isn't she entitled to some kind of compensation from Social Security or something? I can't say. I know.
So if I can speak to like the benefit piece of it. If she actually why? You need to be paid to be a caregiver.
Got you. I know what you're saying. She supposedly has COVID and I don't know, so I see where the problem is.
I would start with the department. Honestly, like it's her having a long enough conversation. Somebody else will ask the right questions, get the right answers, because per se,
And then there's she to stay with you while she.
right, but what help are looking for?
Right.
Right. There's more.
Oh, yeah. She's a very close friend of my daughter. And I said, I feel so bad for her.
Like, hey, but it's that one thing.
It's the language test. They don't.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And that's what it all comes down to, some questions, what kind of insurance is there, what was the doctor.
Yeah.
You know, right, is it the next to this? Or how does it do it?
Anything like there's so much.
They haven't done it.
There's so much involved in there. I know.
Yeah.
Well, I was the lawyer, and of course, guarding it for a lot of.
Yes, so what I would say too is, department. And then also.
Yes, thank you.
They go, I mean,
You didn't get this.
There should be hope for her son.
Absolutely, because you do call.
I guess we did that now. Thank you. That's why I know. I confirmed that. I have no.
Yeah. Hey, if you-
Start with your calendar.
You're welcome, Dave. You help me get started.
I'm going to talk to her when I see her tomorrow. She'll be in bed by the time-
I do it on other stuff.
She goes to work at 4:30.
I keep everything.
Yeah, I know. They know it's a matter of getting the right person.
Yes.
to do it, so.
You know, you got it. It's funny.
I guess I can text her.
It's like, sometimes you go along your order this way. You're right.
Oh.
And then you just think you're out. Hi, Crystal.
Mr. Wonder. I don't
But
expect
my
to see
other
Mr.
thing
Wonder
is, you find you end up adding a file folder. Yeah.
Spice forgot, it's tonight. I tried to forget those. What did I watch? It's reminding me that I have to be
Right?
Oh my God, this
I was so afraid I'd forget it.
I put it on my phone.
I was so hoping I'd forget.
Yeah.
Every calendar.
I'm just confused. Don't be confused.
Yeah, she said that's where it was, and I called you. And then you were there and said, no, it's mine.
Yeah.
And you said,
And so.
guess what?
Not just one order.
She would be my next one. That's what it would be.
Well. Well, it depends.
I didn't mean to like.
I was, that's why I always.
Hey, Desi's here.
I'm not hoping to either.
My gosh, how did you manage that?
So I only have one cell phone.
Sorry, I was on the phone, I thought you were trying to wait, and I'm like, it was so cold, I had to get
Yeah.
the phone.
No, I get it. It's okay.
I don't know what meeting this is. Who ran the last one? Who ran last meeting?
The mayor,
Did he log out, do you know?
I have no idea. I know nothing. Maybe old church says that.
I just had a days. Close to beginning.
I knew through by myself and I wait till my
Oh, yeah, yeah.